YouTube, it's Adrienne. I'm not looking like super hot today. I'm sorry. I've just got my hair thrown up in a bun. It's Monday. I don't work. I had a doctor's appointment really early this morning. My 30-week appointment, which is so crazy. I'm officially 30 weeks pregnant. It's super awesome. I'll give you a little bit of information about my doctor's appointment really quick. So, doctor did not tell me my fundal height. He didn't even measure my fundal height this time, which is super annoying, and I'm going to get into what I'm going to do about that. I gained 6 more pounds, for a total of 20 pounds gained, so far, which is more than I usually gained at this point in pregnancy, I think, but not like terribly. Whatever. It's not like I'm going to change what I'm eating, so I may as well stop complaining about what I'm gaining. So, let's see. My blood pressure was 120/64, somewhere around there. Normally I'm around 105 to 110/60 something. And I was laughing at her today because the girl who does my blood pressure, she weighed me and then she took my blood pressure after she weighed me, and I was like, God, my blood pressure is probably high because I just saw that number on the scale. I said, you should do blood pressure before you weigh people. But, so yeah, it was a little bit elevated. I mean, just a little bit more than normal. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. I talked to him about that sore spot on my belly again. I told him that it's very uncomfortable, that I tried different things to try to get it to go away. Nothing's really helping. This time I think he listened to me a little bit more. He has seen me give birth naturally with no medication on Pitocin, and this doctor knows that I'm not gonna bitch about something that just is a little bit like frustrating for me or a little bit painful. If I'm complaining about it, there's a legitimate reason. Like, it really is bothering me bad, or I wouldn't say anything. So he scheduled me an ultrasound for, I think I scheduled it for next Monday. He feels that it might be a fibroid, which I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's kind of like a benign kind of tumor thing that can cause pain. Like, it's a bunch of cells that grow and die, or I can't remember exactly how he explained it. And of course, like, I don't think that anything that I'm going to do at this point is going to be for, like, to solve it. I don't feel like there's anything that we're really going to be able to do to get rid of it, or even to really get rid of the pain. But I just want to know what it is. Like, sometimes just answers are needed, and I want to know what this is, you know, even though this is the 3rd pregnancy I've dealt with it, and definitely not going to be having any more babies, and I've never experienced it unless I'm pregnant, and not even until like toward the end of my pregnancies, but I want to know what it is. And so that's what we're going to go do. We're going to go next Monday and figure that out. And then the following Monday, I have another appointment. So I am officially at every 2 weeks, which is crazy. But so now I'm going to tell you guys my other news. So I parked the car. So, so I was online last night, and I don't even know exactly how it came about. I think I was just looking for like midwives that, okay, so it started because here's the thing. My insurance will not cover a birthing center birth or like a home birth or anything like that. It will only cover a hospital birth. And I desperately wanted a water birth. Like, I want to labor and deliver my baby at home, and that's not an option for me unless I want to pay out of pocket like $5,000, which isn't going to happen. So I was kind of curious if there was a way to have my obstetrician go through my whole pregnancy, do my appointments with an actual like OB, and then pay like a midwife or somebody to come into my home and just help me like deliver the baby, and then go back to my doctor for like pre or postpartum appointments and stuff. I know it sounds crazy. It's just that is how badly I want a natural childbirth. And the thing about my doctor is he's just not really like, I'm not going to say he's not supportive of my choices, because I really truly believe that he probably would support me if that's what I wanted to do, but he's just not like the best about like being an advocate for those things, and he certainly would never like suggest those things for me. Like, he is the type of doctor who I will go in, he measures me, he listens to the baby's heartbeat, he puts all this information into his computer, and he doesn't even go over anything with me. I was talking to a girlfriend and I told her, because I had my glucose test last week, and I told her, like, watch, I'm going to go in there today, and if I don't mention anything about my test results, he will not give them to me. And sure as shit, he didn't even mention my glucose test at all. Like, didn't even mention it. And like I said, he didn't take my fundal height measurement this week. He just doesn't like share information with me unless I ask for it. And it's like, this is my baby. Like, I understand this is my 6th pregnancy, and maybe he just figures like I don't care because like I've done it so many times. But yeah, I do care. And you know, you should offer that information to the woman who is like your patient. Like, I don't know. I just, as far as like delivering a baby and keeping the baby like healthy and like whatever, I mean, he's done fine. Like, my babies have all been okay. But you know, I remember even when I did have a natural birth and I was in labor and in pain, like him just kind of like coming into the room and just looking at me like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, that is the expression he had, was like, why are you not just getting an epidural? Like, he never was an advocate for a natural birth. So anyways, sorry, I'm blabbering on. So I'm just really, really, really determined to have what I want this time. So anyways, as I'm going through and I'm looking up all this different information on Google, I stumble across this forum that these women are talking about this local hospital. That's not it's not as close as the one that I have delivered at, but it is not that far away from me. And they were saying that they were doing like a study, like a water birth trial study, where they were actually had this group of midwives that worked directly with this hospital that were offering water birth. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I am so calling. So I call this hospital this morning and I talk to somebody and she tells me, yes, this group of midwives, they're really awesome and you can do a water birth. You can do a natural water birth in a hospital with this group of midwives. And I was like, I'm all over it. Like, I'm so all over it. And I think Ian was a little bit like, it's hard. It's hard because we've always had all our kids at the same hospital, same doctor, you know, you get really used to something and comfortable with it. And it's hard to change when you know what to expect. But he's like, whatever you want, basically. And so, I had to switch my insurance provider. I actually went through all of this today. So I called and switched my insurance my provider. And I called and made an appointment at this midwife center, and I am totally going to have my first appointment with them the middle of April. I'll be like 34 weeks pregnant, and they ask you to write out a birth plan, which is awesome because my doctor's never even suggested a birth plan for me. So they ask that you have a birth plan written out, and there's this whole group of women. I think that you see all of them in the practice because you never know who's going to like deliver you. And I don't even care who delivers me, because if I plan on going naturally, which I do, and birthing in the water, it's basically just me and Ian in my world anyways. I'm one of those people who kind of is very introverted when it comes to stuff like that. So I am switching insurance, switching practices, switching like from a doctor to a midwife. I'm going to be birthing in a whole new hospital. But this is like a state-of-the-art facility. It's a really, really awesome hospital. It's just a little bit further from my house, but I am so excited. Like, I can't wait. It has just given me this whole new energy, and I feel like I have something to look forward to. Like, I'm so excited. So I am going to, hopefully, if all goes as planned, I am going to have a water birth, you guys, a natural water birth in a hospital setting. I'm so excited. So that is my awesome 30-week update. Nothing else is really going on. I feel pretty damn good for 30 weeks pregnant. I have been getting a little bit of heartburn. Nothing that popping a tongue won't cure. I'm a little bit breathless. You know, it's hard to move around a little bit now, but like other than that, I feel so good. Super hungry, which would explain why I gained 6 pounds in 3 weeks. Basically doubling what they suggest you gain in a week, which is 1 pound a week for the last like trimester or something. I'm so excited, you guys. Yay! I so desperately wanted this experience. I mean, you think about, like, this is my one life. Like, I mean, you know, we think this is my one opportunity, and I have had 6, this will be my 6th child, and I am so excited to finally have this experience that I wanted. I'm so excited that I get to say I got to experience that. I just hope everything goes really, really well. I've never had a C-section before. I think I'm a really great candidate for a natural water birth. I have had a natural labor before, but induced with Pitocin. So I guess you could not call that like unmedicated. Just I haven't had like pain medication. You know what I'm saying? So if I can endure a Pitocin induced birth without an epidural, I can totally do a natural labor in the water. Like, no questions. I'm so excited. Anyways, you guys, that's it. Let me see if I can get a side of belly shot there. Dun, 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 dun. That's Mr. Odie. Mr. Odin. Anyways, guys, that's it. And I will talk to you guys soon.